Drought incoming? Already? I'm not too happy about that, not gonna lie. We don't even have the freaking water wheel ready to go yet. Alright everybody, hello and welcome back to another episode on Timberborn with me, Spacefish, and welcome back to our beautiful little beaver village. And, well, welcome back to forests absolutely murdered by our beavers. We have, in the last episode, set out to actually get going on our very own little colony out here in these, well, wastelands that the earth have become. Like, honestly, look at just how much stuff is absolutely bone dry out here, and we do have this teeny tiny little spot here that we are beautifully now using, farming away, getting some water pumped out of the river, and you know, knocking all these trees down in order to go and build ourselves a little colony. And well, we do have some basics set out. As you can see, everybody's got a roof over their head, and everybody does have at least some food. But other than that, well, I do have to say, there's probably a lot still to come, and I was already warned by Kristen down below in the comments last episode around that, well, you know, if you fail your first time, don't be disappointed, because it happens to everyone. So I was like, great, I'm already doing super well. So, let's see just how well we will actually manage to do this episode then. We'll continue in any case with, well, the ways that the tutorial points us for the time being. We'll keep getting the village set up, and then I guess we go from there. So, while we wait for the beavers to wake up again, if you're new around here, and if you do, of course, happen to enjoy this episode, you want to stay around for future ones in the series, or also check out some other ones on the channel, please make sure not to forget to smash that subscribe button right down below. That would really mean the absolute world to me. We're still a very, very small channel around here, and every single person just truly means so much, especially in reaching goals like we currently have, which is 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible, of course. So every single person helps out a ton, and thank you so much if you did that. Now, without further ado, let us go and maybe look at the cutting orders, because I think we do need to tell them, if I remember correctly. Now we actually, oh no, those trees are marked, so technically speaking they should be getting knocked down, and hopefully that should mean that we do get some extra wood coming in, because we do very much need all that. Now, we're meant to build an inventor, but I think this is already under construction right here, and you can see that that is very much happening. So we should get that soon, and then we can maybe also go and research some things, which should be quite nice indeed. Now, we do have all this planting going on right here. Generally speaking, though, we do probably want to go... Oh, no, wait. Do these stay around? Oh yeah, okay, so they will automatically replant them. We don't need to flag that again, but I guess, you know, for the time being, it's harvesting season, so that'll take its fair share of time, and then, well, we will see about that. Now, I do have to say, generally speaking, that Kristen's remarks have made me kind of feel like we do want to pre-provision a little more on, like, water and food and the likes, so... We may want to, as these water tanks also fill up, build some more of them, and we may want to also expand these fields if these beavers here are idling every now and again. Other than that, I'm not too sure what way we want to go. First things first, I'm not really sure. Oh no, they can move up right here. So technically maybe we do want to knock down more trees somewhere at some point, but I'm not too sure of that just yet. And the game hasn't really told me much of anything else. So let's go and get that inventor finished for the time being here, which there it goes. Absolutely beautiful. And we do now have a worker assigned to that. So I guess we're going to be taught how to research things now. We can now start producing much more advanced resources, but some buildings require power to do so. Okay, build a water wheel by the shore and the river. It is dependent on the water flow, so it will stop producing energy when there's no water. I don't like the game telling us that there's not going to be water at some point, but you know, we'll have to take it as it is for the time being. I'm really kind of looking around as if there's some dry lands here we could put the water wheel upon, but it does make sense that there isn't, because I mean, It's literally right next to the river. So maybe we place it like somewhere right here if we can. Let's see. We do windmills as well. That is quite nice. Well, yeah, there's a little dependent on the water, but as you can see, that is still currently locked. And power shafts. Okay, that is interesting. A beaver upper. Oh no! Oh, look at this. There is a. There is a beaver-sized version of a hamster wheel. Beaver-operated backup source of power. Isn't that beautiful? Now, on the whole power transfer stuff, I'm actually quite interested, because I guess we don't get, like, power lines and stuff, so let's see how that bit works. But we do want a water wheel, I suppose, and we place it in a river. I guess somewhat like that, right? We would probably be connecting the power shaft to here, I guess, and then we could technically maybe squeeze in another right there. Well, there's a tree in the frickin' way there. If we would place this there... All these bushes are kind of in the way here, right? Maybe it's not the most ideal placement after all. It's not really like I'm seeing any better placement. That's at least close enough, though, so... I mean, you could place it up here where, you know, maybe you want to expand the farm to there or build something else quite close to the center. We're going to maybe squeeze one in right here, because that would potentially mean that we can then build another right here eventually. Or we just build this one like that. And that will allow us to, in the future, place one right there when we maybe also know how to get rid of the bushes. Cool. So that's the plan right there. The question being, I guess, how do we... do I need, like, a path to there now, or how do they build this? I guess they can swim, right? I don't know. We'll see. It doesn't. Okay. It's not complaining about the path, and apparently they're just putting it right there. So that's fine. That's going to take a minute though to build. That's going to be like a whole lot of logs that we need, and we don't have that many just yet. Jesus Christ though. That forest is absolutely being murdered like no tomorrow. Quite insane, I have to say. Now, I do really need to say... Do I see somewhere how many... Oh, one of them doesn't know where to work. But I guess we do need some builders and stuff as well, right? What do we have currently? We've got 2 in here. We've got 1 in there. That's 3. 4, 5, and 6. And 7. I guess that's already counting the builders, right? So I'm kind of considering if we do maybe want to go and get another, like, logging place going up here. You know, maybe? I'm not sure. I think we're going to stick to the tutorial for now and see what happens. It's probably a mistake, because we probably do want to make sure that we do also get things going outside of the tutorial, but, you know, at the end of the day, I don't want to, like... Well, no, let's do it. Whatever. Who cares about the tutorial anyways? We will do it. Why not? So, what we'll need is, I guess, a path. First things first. Let's go get that going. So, gonna go draw that, like, into here, I guess. And then, boop. And then, I guess the path continues up there. And then, well, what I do want to go and do is basically get, like, a lumberjack flag going here, which is... totally going to be in range of everything already there easily. So we can even place that at the corner here. I don't quite know if you do want to cut down these dried... I mean, maybe? He's freaking... It died. Accurate assessment of the situation, I would say. It died. Oh, this game, it's beautiful. I'm loving this already. Okay. Anyway, so we want to go... get the gatherer's flag going here. The question kind of being, do we want another log pile, like, somewhat close-ish to that? And then maybe the builders can go and grab that? Because I think that the way that these guys operate... is that they place the logs in there. Yeah, see, they place the logs in the gathering pile themselves. So if this guy goes back and forth, like, it's going to be so long. So I'd rather have the builders take it and have a little bit closer of a log pile available right here for this little guy to place his stuff in, basically. So we're going to do it like that, and then we will hopefully have even more logs flowing in. And, you know, we're just going to assume that this is the right way to do things. We'll see. We'll find out. We will figure it out, or not. And we'll just all die a horrible death. Maybe happening as well. So all the logs are being thrown at the water wheel, but evidently that's taking absolute ages, and this guy is generating science points, so I guess at some point we just get to research off of that. Now the interesting bit also being that apparently all these berries have been very well gathered and there's nothing remaining. So, well, I mean, apparently these guys do transport goods between the warehouses when idle, so that seems to be an option, which is actually quite nice. So we'll just keep it going like that for the time being, and then, well, technically, I mean, there's berries up here. What's the range of these? Okay, that's not too big, but, you know, we could go and gather those berries up there. I do kind of have a bit of a feeling, that's why I'm already also rushing ahead of the tutorial a bit after everything that Kristen's told me. I'm absolutely paranoid now, thanks Kristen. But I do have a little bit of a feeling that we may want to make sure to gather as much as we can, as early as we can, because, you know, there's droughts and everything, and at some point we may otherwise just have all our precious beavers starve to death, which does not sound like a scenario that we really want. So, you know, that's why I'm considering that also. All these small water tanks are nicely filling up, which is beautiful. So, otherwise, ooh, there's just some kiddos that actually joined here. We've got 16 occupied beds, 3 beds, 8. So that's nice. We still have a little bit of space pre-provision there in the beds, which is beautiful, and our beaver population is growing at the same time, which I'm quite happy about indeed. It's beautiful, isn't it? All these little beavers just zooming around doing their thing. I'm absolutely loving that. That said, there's a lot of harvesting going on. There's not much planting going on currently. I mean, you can prioritize actually what you want to do, and you can see, I mean, there's a lot of stuff kind of just finishing growth stages now, but there's no new stuff coming up after the fact, so I'm just prioritizing planting here for a quick second, because we need to make sure there's also new food coming in. I think that's quite an important one in my mind. The question also maybe being, does it make sense to get a second farmhouse at some point? Could make sense, right? What I do also already have to say is that these water tanks are really filling up now, so I do think we are going to go and add another one to the mix here to make sure that we keep all that water flowing in and we don't just waste any time on the water pump. Now we're going to go back to prioritizing harvesting, and then, you know, they can keep getting food in. What is that? Carrot left over. It died. Everything dies in this game. It died. Come on, man. Okay, well, it does seem that all the stuff is still being thrown here at the log collection. I do kind of, oh no, not workplace-wise, but I do kind of want to prioritize my flags here, I think, and the log pile to be built, so that we get that done tomorrow, because that way we also have more logs flowing in, and if we do have more logs flowing in, that does mean that the water wheel once more also gets built a little faster. So we're just going to have the guys work on that a little, with a little more priority. And, you know, I mean, there is some trees growing back, but it's really not that many, so I'm a bit worried. Also, what in the world is that? Drought incoming already? I'm not too happy about that, not gonna lie. We don't even have the freaking water wheel ready to go yet. Oh boy, okay, there's the workplace. Nothing to do in range. Yeah, I'm sorry. We are going to go and give you something to do in range now, which is basically, we're going to just tell him, basically just going to cut like a whole lot here. I'm not sure about these, to be honest, if we should be cutting them or if not, but, you know, they died, so they're going to get cut. Easy as that. And how did I do the gathering? Did they automatically gather? We'll see. It doesn't complain, at least, that he's got nothing to do. No unemployed beavers in district. Oh, yeah, right. So, I mean, we've not got a worker that can take care of that currently. That said, there goes the water wheel, which is beautiful. That's great, great news indeed. And now we can actually use some of that wood for other things. By the way, we do actually have a lot of wood. I thought we had less, which is nice. We should be using that for something. Well, the game will tell us what, I hope, but we should be using it for something. And I do think that we may actually add 2 water tanks to the mix here instead of just 1, because I feel that this thing here is also, yeah, I mean, there's quite full. And then, I think, you know, drought is incoming. The more water we get now, the better, because we really don't want, you know, to have everyone die. Also, I really hope we get all the berries off these bushes before the drought does come in, so that, well, can gather some extra food. I'm also really considering to get a second farmhouse, I have to say. We'll see about that in a second. So, this is done. Now it's time to start producing planks. Okay, build a lumber mill and connect it to the water wheel with power shafts. Many buildings can pass energy to one another when placed wall to wall. Okay, so we will want to build a lumber mill when we want to power a lumber mill. Now this bit of the information with energy transfer, I guess, is quite important indeed. Power is here, but where's the thingy? Where's the mill? Is it here in wood? Forester. Plants, trees, and bushes. I want that in my life. We're like so low on trees. Like, I want a forester, please, quickly. Oh god, I mean 60 research points. That I don't know. Where do we see? Oh, here. 39 already. So we kind of really want that. But in other news, I really want to go get the lumber mill going here. So let's go and plonk that down. So many buildings pass energy to one another when placed side by side. So I guess the lumber mill we will put. That's kind of the question with a power shaft thingy now, right? Bushes in the way. Can I remove bushes? It is watered and alive. You'll come asking for more of these when the drought hits. I can imagine. Well, I technically kind of don't want to axe the thing, but I also, maybe. Like, the thing is, I kind of really want to make sure. I mean, what does this do for us now? Nothing. Maybe we place like a water tank there and then another there, and then I kind of want to make sure that we can get those power shafts somewhere else as well if needed, you know, so we can transfer the power further, just in case we can for some reason not place the buildings right next to each other. So we'll place the lumber mill right there, and we will go and well, place the water tank again because that was the plan right there, and we will also go power. We'll be pulling out the power from here, I guess. Now this, I'm really a bit worried about because it feels like this may block a lot of stuff for us at the end of the day. In terms of getting the power over there, because, you know, I mean, that's evidently in the way. It's not like some high up power line or something that you get built. Here, this is what we need, high power shaft. I guess that will go, well, I cannot unlock, well, I didn't even want to unlock it, but that's what will allow us to move things like across walkways and stuff without blocking them, I suppose. So that's, you know, really quite important. But that's all getting built then, I hope, rather quickly. The thing is, we don't really have that many, like, unemployed beavers now that will be able to plant things for, to build things for us, but I still hope that in any case we will make some good progress here. All the logs and everything certainly being distributed around here. This construction site almost being done. Now, technically speaking, I mean, I do feel that we maybe want to deprioritize these water tanks here, because all the other stuff should kind of get built first, so we will have them work on this. Now, the thing is, the drought is coming in 2.3 days. We really don't have that much going for us. I really, I think, would like to get another farmhouse going so we can get a little more food coming in ahead of time. I'm not sure if that's the right move. It may be absolutely the wrong thing to do. But we're going to go get it going anyways. There's a grill. Look at that. Makes our food a whole lot more worthwhile, doesn't it? But it doesn't seem to work for carrots, so that's an important point for the future, I guess. I'm going to go... No, actually, wait, that doesn't make any sense. We don't have the beavers to operate the farmhouse, so it doesn't make sense to get another one going, because all the additional population that we got thus far, which honestly isn't that much. You know, you would have expected that beavers reproduce a little more frequently. They don't. But all the additional population that we did get thus far is apparently mostly kiddos, so those don't work yet. Unless we go and play Frostpunk, then... then that's a totally different story, but yeah, you know, here. They are unfortunately not too useful until they become adults. So, yeah. Kind of just gotta live like that. Now, building lacks workers, I know that bit. This guy here is working away, right? Yeah, he's cutting down some trees. Is he actually just, like, munching away at these? Oh, it kind of looks like he is, isn't it? He's literally just munching away at the trees to cut them down. I love that. It's beautiful. So, here's the lumber mill. Don't have a worker for it, which is a bit of an issue. But I think we can actually go and deprioritize that as a workplace, and then we may, yep, get that worker to over there. And now we actually have a worker in here. Now it's actually a matter of getting the power there, but you can see that they're actually working on it. Seems only one log is required per bit, so that should hopefully not take too long. I would be hoping that we can maybe even get it going today, but not too sure about it. Now, I am going to leave the priority here on harvesting, because the drought is going to come in. Drought, by the way. Thank you so much for that, Kristen. Is coming in 1.3 days, so I think we just need to make sure to get all those crops off the field, basically. The more carrots we can collect now, the better. I also I think I am going to go deprioritize this one for a second and make this one a little higher of a priority. So we start collecting all these berries out here. We need to make sure that those are coming in before the drought hits, so that we can hopefully use that food to, you know, feast while outside everything's dried up and unedible. We do have a good bit of water. I'm not too sure we have enough water, to be honest, but it's not like we really have that many people. We did just get one more adult beaver, which is nice. Gonna leave that on low well, we're actually we're gonna leave it on that priority, and this adult beaver can go on to here to just harvest, I think, the wood, or we get another water pump going, but we may be a little late now with 0.9 days remaining. I think we kind of just have to accept our fate here and hope that we have enough water. So, we'll see about that. This here is like, there's not next to no trees remaining. That's kind of really sucks. Not gonna lie. I'm not liking that too much. Now, really kind of want to get another water pump going, to be honest. I think we're going to do it anyways. We're just going to lay a path over some of these tree stumps, because we kind of need to. We just need to get some more water flowing in. And we'll be hoping that, you know, we can at least get some teeny tiny bits of water. I don't know. I mean, maybe the river doesn't, like, fully dry out or something instantly. I've got no clue how this stuff works, so we'll just have to see here. But, you know, all these berries are being harvested, which is beautiful. And, well, you know, we're getting a little bit more on top food in here. We've got 220 units of food, which I think we can probably be somewhat comfortable with. I don't see any, like, usage metrics in terms of, like, how much they use per day to keep themselves alive. But I guess the number is not too terrible. The water, on the other hand side, is rather low. So I am a bit worried that if the riverbed dries out now, we may gonna have like some very thirsty beavers, but we will see. Oh, by the way, this is actually complete, which is something I should have totally not missed. These are connected, many buildings, so that's beautiful. We need a stable source of logs. Unlock the forester and build it near a place you want to plant trees. So that bit is beautiful. Definitely going to go do that. We should have enough research now, I think. I would hope so. Yes. Cool. And we will go and plant that, which actually requires exactly 7 metal bars. So just spot on right there, I guess. Actually, the reach of this forester is quite nice indeed. I kind of want to build it so, like, I guess, I mean, the thing is, you know, if we build it here, we can make all this forest again, which is beautiful. And we could plant a little down there, not much. But I think long-term the plan is to not use this as a forest anyway, so probably just going to build it up here. It's also nicely close to the water and everything, so that's beautiful. Actually matters which way you turn it in terms of the reach, which is interesting. So we'll build it there. That's the plan, and then we can keep those trees flowing. But nice. I think that is pretty much already, unfortunately, the time for today's episode over. We did make some good progress, though, I would say. Lots of carrots harvested, nearly 200 units of food, so that should hopefully keep us afloat for a while. Water is a little low, so let's see. I really hope that that riverbed is not going to go dry out in our faces, because otherwise we're all going to die a horrible death like 2 episodes into the game, which I really hope is not going to happen. And we do have this lumber mill here going, which, this is actually not metal, this is planks, so, you know, those are going to keep flowing. So, well, that's quite nice. We do have all those materials flowing in. Definitely a good bit of progress made. We even have our own power now, so very, very happy with that. And let's see how it goes on for us in the next episode when the drought actually hits. Hopefully, we're not all going to die a terrible death. Fingers crossed on that one. For today, this has been it though, so I hope you all very much enjoyed this episode. Of course, if you did, please make sure to go ahead and smash that like button right down below for the YouTube algorithm, and if you're new around here and haven't done so just yet, also please consider subscribing right down below, as well as hitting that bell icon in order to stay up to date on all the future upcoming episodes. With all that stuff out of the way though, as usual everybody, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I will catch you in the next episode very, very soon. Ciao.